Hello and welcome to another one of my rather infrequent videos. This time around about a format that is pretty dear to my heart, something that we announced a few days ago and that will be happening rather soon, which is the Random Acecss Memories format and tournament that is happening on December 18th. You can read the article for yourself, but the idea is to have a format where you do a random draft from or random draw from a set of Netrunner releases, which then make up your legal card pool. And the idea is to do this under time restriction. So let's scroll down a bit. Here's the text. There will be a 2-hour period for deck building. So players get 2 hours to build the decks and send them in and lock them in. But for more experienced deck builders, there is an additional grueling restriction of 45 minutes to build 2 entire decks, 1 corp, 1 runner. And if you manage to do so and submit under the 45-minute time limit, you gain an additional 3 prestige points in Swiss. So I would expect that a lot of more competitive minded players will not be able to forgo these extra points, and we'll see a lot of fun decks, let's say, where maybe the players end up regretting some of their decisions along the way just because they couldn't think of all of the implications that the card pool actually has. So with this video, I want to go over the random draw or the example draft that I did on this article. I haven't actually taken a much too close look at the cards while doing this, so this is a semi-blind approach to deck building for this format. I will try to stick to the 45 minutes so that you can get a feeling for how difficult or how first of all, how I would look at these cards and what I would do, and maybe also what kind of regrets I will have after 45 minutes, but also just to get a feeling for the format and for the ideas that play a role here. So I think I will first go over the cards a bit, but already under the time limit, because I think what we will be doing for the actual tournament is that we will be doing the draw, but doing it rather quickly, so maybe in a time span of 5 to 10 minutes, and then start the time limit of 2 hours. And if there are streamers that are interested in also showing the draw phase and the drafting phase, they might use that time to talk about the cards, but players will already be furiously deck building at that point. So I want to replicate that here in this in this experiment, let's say. I will probably now start the time limit and let's see where we go. Or one thing I should do beforehand, let's go for a new deck and already enter the drawn sets so that we imitate how it would actually go in the real tournament. So let's go in collection, select none, and then go for System Gateway and the original core set. I think it's Humanity's Shadow. Let's check. Humanity's Shadow, Mother Tempora, Double Time, Upstock, Up and Over, Chrome City, Business First, Escalation, Martial Law, Quorum, a lot of Flashpoint cards, Daedalus Complex, and finally Downfall. So these are the legal cards. Let me double check that is the correct number. 1, 2 core sets, I guess, or 1, 2 big releases, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a second, I'm missing something. Chrome City. Or I probably should have prepared this before the video, but this way, you know, it's kind of my first approach to it actually. Chrome City, Business First. Or is it maybe that I just can't count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I can count. That's the problem. All right. So this would be your setup. This would be what you probably end up with during the draw. And let's see what I can do in 45 minutes. So I will start the timer now. So first of all, when I see the core set, I think of HB Engineering the Future because that's kind of the strongest HB ID. Although with Precision Design we got a strong contender, and depending on what's actually in the format, one or the other might be strong. Let's see what agendas we have to work with. We have ABT and Luminal, which together with the Biotic and the core set would probably make for a good win condition, especially if with PD you can recur the Biotic. Do we have anything like Team Spo? No. We got Lakshmi, which could be interesting. Audacity was somewhere else, right? Yeah, there's nothing like that. But we do have the Biotic Labor here, so we can do that at least. Yeah, that's one idea. Let's continue with what do you have? What do we have in form of neutral agendas? We got corporate sales team, we got offered office. So, and with system gateway, we also have a seamless launch. So that's definitely one idea that you could go for. But I kind of think it's the most obvious idea and kind of boring. So let's continue to look for it. But I think in the tournament, I would just go for this idea because I like playing HB. Seamless launch is a strong card. PD is a strong ID. The agendas are pretty nice. I would probably go for that. So let's see. What has Shinteki to work with? We got Hyobu, we got Restoring Humanity, and we got Palana. Palana is definitely a strong ID for doing anything in. So that's an idea. We got some kind of traps with Junebug and Urtica Cipher and snares. So we could do something along those lines, but I think Mution is not in because we don't have Honor and Profit. Neurospike obviously is a win con, and in this format you typically are hurting for win con, so this might be an option, but I think with the core set we also have Scorched Earth, we have Boom, we have a tagging option, we have Sea Source, Public Trail. I guess that's kind of it for tags, but we also probably have Data Raven and Funhouse and Ping. Do we have any upgrades that give tags? We have Amaze, we have Red Herrings, but I think Amaze might even be stronger. Kind of it. I think there might be a good tagging package here actually. And together with the IDs, for example, Reality Plus or NEH, this might be an option. What do you have in Wayland? Jamison could be fun. Blue Sun could be fun. Yeah, Build Last and BABW probably also like solid options, which would give us definitely a lot of kill, which would leave us with importing off tagging probably into faction because there's not much here that there's actually Mausolus. This is interesting. This is rather strong ice for a draft. There's stuff like Archer, Afshar, Mausolus. Might there be something here in Wayland actually? Mm, let's actually go for that. At least for now. Maybe something built last that goes fast. Do we have hostile? Yes, this was part. Okay, this was part of the core set. So you do something like this. Probably some SDSs because we don't have any good. I'd send a message, but we don't have that many good big agendas. And we Posted Bounty is an interesting card. We would probably just be going fast, trying to get rich, trying to murder the runner that way. Then again, I remember that Aaron Marin is part of the card pool, so that might be not that good. So I think in parallel, what I will do, on page, I want to do this. In parallel, what I will do is also start up a runner. Let's pick something that is also part of our collection, so that I don't accidentally pick something that I don't want to draw the pick. So let's go with noise because that's in the core set. And for example, I have already heard that. Oh, that's also a thing. Let's go for casual play to see all of the card pool. And there we go. That Aaron Marin is also part of the card pool. And I think just that card existing means that we need to um, have an answer to it. Now the question is, what kind of answers do we have to something like Iron Marin? We got this or everything like this. Didn't we have a observe and destroy trash run? But that needs attack. You can obviously play up. Just hope to score above the law to kill an Iron Marin, but that kind of feels dubious. Do we have any kinds of operation? We don't have an MCA informed or something like that. What was played back in the day to counter Iron Marin, so we'll need something. Do we have water intimidation or something like that here? No. We don't really have anything to fight Iron Marin with, and like Iron Marin being both a huge accelerant because every single agenda that you see, either scored or stolen, gives you 2 draws, is already a huge thing. And then if it also disables our win condition in some kind of tagging and bagging strategy, that's probably a bad idea to go for. But I want to make it work, so let's see. What am I looking for? There is not much here. There really isn't much here. It's not virtual. It's a person. It's a connection. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I can't see it. So I think this will be the point where I abandon this idea. Although like having Boom and Scorch Earth seems rather good. Although, can we do something of the more prisony type? Can we make the runner run to be able to seesaws them? We don't have anything like bioethics or something like that. Got Sundew to get rich. Because what I'm thinking is that we got a lot of huge agendas, and in Build to Last we can play something like 3 SDS, 3 Send a Message, and that's it. And being a 6 agenda deck is already pretty good. Maybe we could also do something like playing an APD, but that increases our agenda density, which is probably not what we want. But in that case, we would need to make the runner run, because if we try to pull them into our server with an agenda, they probably steal it, get Iron Marin tokens, and then we can't kill them anymore. I still don't like this. Although there is Clearinghouse, I guess. Woman Construction Co., but I think we are drifting into a bad direction. Oh, also here we should probably disable the legality list, because there will be some cards that have been banned from, or have been banned from these cards. For example, Friends and I Play this, which is a huge card, but which also once again pulls me into HV, which I don't want to go for. Yeah, but I can't really find it. Like, there's door to door. There is stuff that you can do there, but I don't think there is enough. There is nothing that really pulls me into that direction. So let's go for the other thing that I saw earlier, which is Cybernetics Division. Let's see, is something fun possible in Cybernetics Division? Like, do something with Clearinghouse, which already eats up a lot of your available influence points, but together with Enforced Curfew, we got a brew going. This way we have to run on 3 cards. And I think Eifert Verse is not part of the format, is it? No, it is not. Maybe there's something in here. Maybe. What else do we have to ping the runner with? We got snares, we got New Limpy, I guess. Because we would be installed advanced in this. We don't have dedication ceremony in this format. No. But we could be playing Friends in High Places. We could create a really terrible server. Something like, let's import a Caprice or 2. Oh, we could do Caprice and Nordic Void. Wow, we could actually do that. but for that we would need to be in Jinteki. But I kind of like it. Wait a second. We got PU. Yeah, I disabled legality. That was the problem. We got PU. Oh my. Oh. And as you can see, I already spent 10 minutes doing absolutely nothing besides just going through the card pool and trying to form a game plan. But I think I like this one. I actually do like this one. What kind of ice do we have? Do we have anything? Oh, we got a Kakugo with red sand. Okay, this is a plan. Do we have the? No, we don't. Either genetics pavilion or something like that. But still, like pinging the runner to death must be a good idea. And then we could win with clearinghouse, or we could win. We don't have avocado, do we? No. Oh, what we do have stinks. Okay, this is horrendous. This must be played. We are playing stinks. We are playing more things. But like, we probably just play send a message. We don't want that high of an agenda density. And then we play two more big cards. I'm kind of sorry to be building arguably unfun decks, but that's where my mind is going, and nobody can stop me. Oh, we need 20 points. Do we actually profit in scoring? I don't think so. I don't think we are a scoring deck. But this looks bad. What else can we play? We could play Vulnerability Audit, which also doesn't look that good. We could play Show of Force, which is interesting. We could play all the sender messages, the bad one and the good one. We could play NAPD. We should play NAPD, I guess. Yeah, I like the idea of actually playing NAPD contracts. Like 3 of them. Then something else. Probably the 3-2. Just a fragment. Actually, yeah, I should play this fragment. Do we have a good 1-point agenda that might help us? Oops, I want to click there. No. This is not good. I guess it's fun, but still not good. Okay, so we just go for the third in APD. I'll think about agenda composition later. So I definitely want all of the net damage kind of cards. So we got snare. We could actually do just look like for net. Does this actually do something? I never read this card because it was deemed to be bad, but if you can actually put this in a remote and make the runner run and drag, let's try it. This is not good. Ortica might be alright, but probably not. I think we don't want to play any kind of. We probably also don't want to play Clearinghouse. But we probably want to play at least 2 Neuro MPs. We want to probably. Neurospike is interesting. And the whole idea was, yeah, we're definitely playing some Hokusai Grids. And the whole idea was that we can also play Analytic Void and Caprice Nisei. Which does protect our Stochastic Resonator. That's not a good card. What else do we want to protect, maybe? Maybe it's still Clearinghouse as a way to win, or as a way to force the runner to interact with us. Definitely want some Spin Doctors, because that's the only kind of recursion in this format, I guess. Okay. I don't know if Enforced Curfew does enough for us. But it probably does. Like if we do play Clearinghouse, which I think the original idea of Void plus Caprice Nisei does point towards. I think in that case, it actually becomes viable. So let's get rid of these. Let's go back to the clearinghouses. 2 of them maybe. because we do have the card that brings us everything back of 3 friends in high places. This way we can reinstall our Caprice Void, we can reinstall our clearinghouses, we can do a lot of things. Now, I still need money, so hedge fund is probably still good. Oh, we got Scarcity of Freeze. What did I draft? Oh my god. The enforced curfews do a bit. They do work nicely with the clearinghouse, but Scarcity of Resource is also a horrendous card. If Runner can't deal with it, then money actually becomes a problem. Yeah, I think we just can't not play the card. Now we have 12 slots, 11 slots for ice, which means I probably should cut something. Which probably is... Let's go to 2 of each. And let's include some ice. So we definitely play the Kakuos. We play... What are you again? Something net damage. Maybe. But we are not that. Let's put in 1 Jiashi for good measure. Especially if we send a message. We probably want to play 2 actually. Is there... Oh, there's Parasite in the format. Yeah, there's Parasite in the format. So 2 is probably already kind of... Oh, we also got DNA Tracker. So we do have a good net damage package in our eyes, but also we are pretty vulnerable to anything trashing our stuff, especially since we don't have much in the sense of econ, so we're probably clicking for credits a lot. Which makes me think we either need some way of getting credits, or we need to tone down our eyes, and I think it's toning down time. What kind of cheap stuff do we have? We have a mind game. Mind game actually protects us clearinghouse pretty nicely. We do have York plus Tatasaka in the format though, so maybe it doesn't, but still, it's a cheap piece of ice that is pretty... I guess we also have to pay money to make it work. Yeah, I don't actually like it. I think I like Diviner. 2 or 3 of them is probably 3 of them is good. Data mine. Why not? Let's see. Wall of Thorns, Whirlpool, Shinobi. I mean, if it hits, but still it's traces and we don't have money. I think I'd rather play Saizentan. Which I think if a Saizentan actually fires, this is the best thing ever. So yes, we are playing a few of those. Probably even all 3. Karuna is worse than Saizentan, so I think this is what you're playing. So 25 minutes or like 26 minutes left. This is fine. This is totally fine. I found my stupid broken stuff already. This should be good. So we got 2 big eyes. We got 12 small eyes. What kind of stuff do we have? Oh, no, wait, only have 1 of those. No, nothing senseful in here. I think that's it. I think this is kind of our eyes that we are playing. Oh, Lotus Field. We actually do want them? We probably want some of them. Yeah, that's probably better than DNA Tracker, although firing a DNA Tracker would be amazing. I don't think it will happen that often. And data mines are probably too many, so now I'm on 14 eyes, which is still too much. I want to cut Diviner. This looks like a deck, maybe. I still don't like the agenda composition because we're on 21 agenda points and we don't actually want to score any of them. So let's see if we can find a way of getting to 20, which also opens us a deck slot for probably a 3rd Diviner. Also, using friends in high places to get back data mines is pretty nasty. I wonder what kind of AI solutions we actually have. None? No, this is not AI. Wait, subtype AI. This is not an AI. We got Knight. What even do you do? I guess this is a solution for data mine, but since it's hosted, it also dies together with the ice, so I'm fine with that. Oh no, data mine only trashes if it fires. Okay, this might be a permanent solution for a data mine, which is probably not that bad for the runner. That's kind of it. There's only Crypsis and there's only Crypsis and Mayfly left. I think I actually want to play 3 data mines. So I need one more 3-pointer, which I don't want this, but there's nothing that's really better because I'm never scoring a Pyrrhec. Yep, I guess one Labyrinthine server it is. What a mess. So we can protect our clearinghouse behind some nasty eyes and void Nisei combo. Kinda like this, although it's really poor. So we will be clicking for credits a lot, especially to fire snares. At least clearinghouse is cheap. Also, always keep in mind that having a core set also means that account siphons are a thing, but still we have some ice to res and like Caprice and Hokusai for 2 to res. We can probably dodge them rather well. This should be fine. I still think that with send a message we probably want some other big eyes, so I will re-include the 1 DNA tracker. Cut a diviner. Probably cut something else. Probably cut scarcity. Like, what's the worst that could happen, right? If we don't have a countercurrent, right? That's how this game works. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this. I'll keep it as is. And now with 22 minutes left on the clock, I will frantically build a runner deck and then come back to the corp best case with some new insight into what I should do differently. So with Aaron Marin in the format, with account siphon in the format, like my primary idea is to play something like Andromeda or Zaya maybe. So let's see, we got Aaron Marin. Do we have anything else that is broken? We still have casual play involved, so we get all of the broken cards. Do we have Mad Dash? Do we have something to go with Mad Dash? That's the question. I think the answer is no. Like we don't have any Adam cards. Right? We gotta find the truth actually. You guys find the truth. Oh right, find the truth is the one directive that is not in Data and Destiny. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Um, sure, it's an idea, I guess. Especially for run-based crim. What else do we have in the sense of run-based cards? Not much, I guess. We got a Count Siphon. We don't have anything like Dirty Laundry, right? No, we got Lucky Find. We don't have a prepaid or something. No. So we actually need to pay for our Lucky Finds. I guess we have Mystic Miami. No, we don't, because Miami is not in here. Interesting. But I kind of like the idea of run-based crim. We do have Desperado, I mean. How do we win is the question. By Aaron Marin being a good card? That's a start. Probably bank jobs do something, I don't know. Power tap is interesting. Not really, since we don't have anything to go with it. Maybe this is the point where red team becomes good. Do we have anything like... No. Career fair. Okay, money might be a problem on the runner side, actually. Money might actually be problematic. Which I guess could also mean that Zaya becomes better, but then again, Doing a lot of central accesses is not cheap. We found quite a bit of good eyes. And the runner side has Deja Vu and Inject. 20 minutes left. Do I switch over to something like Noise? Because, like, what kind of viruses do we have? Because with the core set in the game, Noise is always a good option. Especially with the original core set or the revised core set in the game, we also have access to Aesop's Pawn Shop, which in Noise lists is really, really strong. I guess we also have Pelangi and Tapworm, but Tapworm trash it. Okay, interesting. Tapworm is maybe something. Do we have Sakon? We don't have Steve, but still, this might be kind of interesting. Like if you play Tapworm as a kind of econ engine together with Sacrificial Constructs, this is fun. I mean, for some definition of fun. Sakon also protects something like Clot, but maybe there is some fast advance, but there is no Clot, right? No, there's no Clot. Interesting. Do we need some? Is there something else we can keep on the board that makes the inclusion of Sacrificial Construct better? So otherwise, we could also just be playing a Shaper list with Tapworms. Although Shaper doesn't have access to Mutual Favor or Special Order, I guess. Which makes Crim actually a lot better. So I guess we play Mutual Favor as a straight up improvement to Special Order. And I think there's enough of an argument to stay with Crim, especially because Book Halter is so strong. Subtype Decoder, Crowbar is interesting, but it sounds like, yeah, we don't have the full suit. Peregrine is bad. And decoders are, I don't know. I've seen enough of code gates to know whether these are good numbers. We'd be able to go Guardian Blade, we'd be able to go UND. Okay, UND it is. And we got Corroda on the other side, I guess. Or I guess Black Ox. Oh yeah. Fractor. Cleaver, Corroda, Gauss, Battering Ram, Aurora, Mariana. Okay, Corroda it is. So, we got a Breaker Suit. We got one more MU to fill. I would love some Rizekis. Do we have Rizekis? We do have Rizekis. Right, because we got Downfall. I think I want Rizekis. Also got Opus, which is interesting. I kind of feel maybe too slow. I don't know. I think I do want 2 Rizekis. 1 Rizeki? 2 Rizekis? Something like that. Because I can install my 3 breakers, I can install 1 Rizeki and then a Tapworm. Yeah, let's go with this for now. I am Andromeda, so I will find my stuff rather safely. There is something like Diesel. There is something like Sure Gamble. There's something like Mad Dash. Let's put one of them in there to remind ourselves. Jailbreak is probably always a good card in this format because it's like pressuring the central that you have the least cards for. Overclock is probably Econ. Peace Not Time is actually Econ. But I probably go down to 2 and play one of them maybe. I don't know. What else would we like to play? If you got access to Anarch in some way, we would be playing. I don't know, probably Stimhack. Yeah, we're definitely playing Stimhack over Overclock. But I think the Diesel is stronger. What is in there in Shaper? There is Maker's Eye, I guess. I guess we don't have any turning wheel or something like that, right? Oh, we got Road Plasticity, which is interesting. We got Smartware, which might actually be good. But if Smartware is good, I think Cuddy Jones is better. Does this mean I'm playing Cuddy Jones? Maybe it does. What would I be playing here? Probably Telework contracts. Netmaker is interesting. Does Netmaker have anything going forward, actually? Do we have? We have 2 breakers, no stealth credits. Okay, Never mind. We don't need something like Mayfly, I guess. Because we got mutual favor to find what we need. Alright. So what else do we have here that kinda sorta looks like money if we squint at it? Definitely got a class act, which is a good card, which I might have maybe missed if I look at this again. Lucky Charm is interesting. Because there is Void and Caprice in the format, I guess. Let's keep it in mind. There's Docklands Pass. Yeah, I did forget about this. I think Docklands Pass gives us enough HQ pressure so that our jailbreaks look like R&D pressure, and maybe that's enough. We don't have RDIs. Yeah, we don't. So maybe I convert one of my diesels into a Maker's Eye, and then this is a deck. Kinda sorta. I remove some cards. Alternatively, I could play the entire thing out of Zaya, which gives me less explosivity in the beginning, but it is hard to explode with this deck actually. Because we don't have any run-based events. Like what would a standard draw? There's some button to draw 5. Oh, wait, reset Andromeda. This could have been a draw. What would I do? I would not play Diesel in my first turn. I would not play Aaron on my first turn. I would probably gamble red team, run with red team. I don't know. I guess gamble, Desperado, red team, run open archives is a thing that you might do. Get a Cuddy Johnson click it is a thing you might do. I guess there are worse things to do with your first turn. Then you would like play the Diesel, get stuff. Oh. I guess Andromeda makes a lot of things possible that would be bad otherwise. Yeah, because we're drawing a lot of good stuff. I can't believe I'm counting red team as good stuff, but there we go. I don't think there are a lot of horizontal ideas in this format, so I think Bank Job might actually be too much and too situational. Let's look for something that is more generally good for us. Like even an easy mark might be fine enough. A blueberry diesel might be. I did forget the siphons. This would have been a huge oversight. Luckily, I've got 12 minutes left. You're probably already screaming at your screens. Kinda sorta assumed that I already got my siphons, so there's that. Yeah, let's look again at the actual trim events where I don't think I did take a closer look at because we probably want some inside jobs. Are we afraid of tags? I don't think so because we got Aaron. That should take care of all of that for us. I guess easy mark. How much econ do I have? I've got like Peace Not Time, Overclock Show Gamble, Red Team. I don't have stuff like Dirt Laundry or Daily Cast that I would play. I do have Desperado though. I would like some more econ, but I would like it in some form of tempo positive way. Easy mark really isn't it? But maybe easy mark just is it. Okay, what would I cut? I could cut a Riziki for a piece in our time. I think that's reasonable-ish. Although I think I would cut a Sacrificial Construct back again for Riziki because like having one of them already makes Tapworm a huge pain, and there's no need for having more than one. It's just a small kind of value increasement for a Tapworm, but no need to have multiple of them. So we got Cuddy Jones, just like long-term econ, which might already be enough with the red teams that give us some run-based synergies. I guess this is enough econ. I don't think I want Lucky Charm. It's just too situational. I got Tapeworms. I got Overclock. Yeah, this is enough econ. This is actually enough econ. With all the draw, do I need a mutual? Can I cut a mutual favor? Is the question. I think no is the answer. The problem is I can't really play a Mad Dash with anything. I can't play it with Jailbreak or with Maker's Eye. So that means I only have a Docklands Pass to make it work better, or I need to be really sure that I can get into remote, that there is no end run effect in there, and that I can steal the agenda. So I think Mad Dash is actually not good enough. Which leaves us with 2 more cards to cut. The inside jobs are still good, I think, even though our breakers are cheap. And we probably don't necessarily need them, but I think we have other things to cut. I think a red team might go, because red team, as much as it kind of looks like econ in this format, still a rather bad econ cut, and I think we got enough others that I can cut one of them. And finally, what is our last cut with 9 minutes 52 left on the clock? I don't know. I didn't play enough with the original core set to know if like cutting down to 2 Desperado and Andromeda is a thing. I kind of don't want to cut it because I think it's where we mainly gain our forward tempo from. I wish I could ask somebody like Checkmate at this point who has played the crap out of these kinds of decks. But I won't do it. I will cut something else. I might just cut a Docklands Pass. I got Jailbreaks, I got Maker's Eye, I got Account Siphons, which are huge. Yeah, I'll just cut a Docklands Pass and I will call it a day at this point. Okay. With this knowledge of what kind of breakers and what kind of ideas we got on the runner side, let's take another look at our PU deck. I guess there is noise. I think like noise is a huge deck that would actually hurt us because losing our agendas is kind of bad for us. Although like losing stings would be fine if they check it. Do we have how is recursion? Into R&D is probably a thing I can search for. I guess longevity serum is actually something that puts the stuff back into R&D. Yeah. What are you? Shuffle our cards and HQ into R&D. That's not something I want. Yeah, there's just nothing in the card pool, is there? There's corporate shuffle. There's sprint, I guess. There actually is sprint. But this draws me into my deck, and that's not necessarily something I want. I kind of feel like the basic action card is just my friend regarding draw and credits, and I don't actually want to accelerate any further. But I would love to be able to shuffle back my stuff. I think there's nothing in here. So if we play against noise, what is our plan? Probably just lose. Because they don't need to run much, they can just install stuff. We created kind of bad looking scoring remote. They trash our eyes, we lose. So what do we do to prevent that? I don't know. I mean, we are playing Lotus Fields, which I guess I said we can score behind, especially if the noise was greedy and like plays only Yogg as their code gate solution. I guess then this might work. Unless they play Chisel. But yeah, I think I will go to 3 Lotus Fields just because of that reason. And cut something else, probably Data Mine. Just to have something against noise. So a normal game might look like we create a scoring remote. We leave central slightly defended and open in the beginning. We install Hokusai grids on servers, they will run it. We play neurals whenever we find them. We shuffle none of these things back because I think our spin doctors will already be shuffling back agendas most of the time. But the value of actually scoring a sting is huge. Maybe we need more stuff that we can put into remote and actually threaten something with. So I think I will actually play Longevity Serum over the NAPD. Like, the ideal scenario of them not being able to score the NAPD would be great, or like steal the NAPD, but that will just not happen. So having the option of shuffling back 3 cards from archives in R&D is actually huge. And them having to respect whatever we put into a remote is probably also pretty huge. Especially if the remote contains a Hokusai grid and some other upgrade. Then even like smallish ice like Saisentan looks good. I guess Diviner just dies to Yogg, but that's kind of okay. Or 2 to res ice. Yeah, I think this is kind of where I'd stop, where I'd start entering the Nisei form for deck registration, I guess. Take another look. I think this is a deck that I would bring. Who would have thought that I play a potential Unleash deck? Interesting. Anyhow, these are two lists. This is what I would end up with after 40 minutes of frantic deck building. I hope you had some fun listening to my like unfiltered thoughts about cards, about deck building, about how I approach stuff, how I add and remove cards from my list, how I completely miss a count siphon. I'm like so sure I missed one huge card. I'm very sure of that. I must have missed something. But I can't think of it, and if I would have thought of it, I would probably have included it in my decks. So, thank you all for listening to my blabbering. Thank you all for being here. And I'm looking forward to playing you at the tournament on December the 18th, 2021. Thank you all and see you there. Bye.